So just a quick intro to the intro. I've noticed over the last few uploads that some of the comments that you guys have been leaving, although I've been getting the notifications that you saying that you commented, when I've gone to sort of like find them on the channel or in the app and that lot, that they're not there. I did contact YouTube, Google. They are looking into it. So apologies that if you commented and I didn't reply, it's not because I don't want to reply, it's because the comment's not there. And again, if you've commented and you've looked and you can't see your comment, again, apologies. Like I said, Google, YouTube are aware of the situation and they are looking into it. Hence the competition that I was going to be running for the Hanometer. I'm just going to hold off until this is sorted out, because I don't want to launch a competition and have people sort of like answer in the comments and then finding their answer isn't there. So I think that'd be a little bit unfair. So once this is all sorted out and I can see it's running smoothly, I will do the giveaway competition. All right, on to the intro. See you in a bit. All right, everybody. So, as you know, I went to the koi show, to the National, and I said to you I picked up a few bits and pieces. So one of them being was another 25 litres of K Plus media. So what I done when I got back is I added that, and I'll show you that in a minute. What I'm going to do in a minute is check on it, make sure it's flowing okay, if you know what I mean, if it's settled and it's bubbling away, not overflowing, and I ain't got a mess everywhere. Filter's going to be filthy because I ain't been back home this week, unfortunately. But following on to what I was saying, well, I'll show you that all in a little while. So we'll get on straight away with the video in a sec. Well, I'll say in a sec, and then I'll pick it up afterwards. Now, I was hoping to start this video with a bit of a moan, but as you'll see later on, I've got nothing to moan about. Yeah, I was hoping to sort of like have a go and have a moan at Evolution Aqua, but like I said, watch on and you'll find out. I've got nothing to moan about, which is a good thing for most of us. I know this sort of seems like it's tailing off of Steve from Cat and I Koi a little bit, but as you know, well, most of you probably know, Righty had a problem with his K Plus when he got it with loads of swarf, and I actually brought some K Plus media myself around about the same time, and I had a bit of swarf in there, not too bad, but not as bad as what Righty had, but I did have some. But yeah, you find out in a minute just how much things have changed, if at all. So go on, we're at the K Plus media, which is happened, and we'll also see how well it's matured. Anyway, let's crack on a bit. See you in a minute. Bye. As I said, I brought some more K Plus media. I said I'll just speak to them in Evolution Aqua about the swarf that people have been getting, and I know Steve from Cat and I Koi was saying the same. And the bloke assured me that they got on top of it, and maybe there might be 1 or 2 bags from the old, from before they were made aware of the problem. But So I'm just going to go through this sort of like a couple of litres at a time. In the first scoop, there's not a bit of swarf in there, so that's good. It might not be until I get down to the bottom of the bag, but this is going to be the awkward bit, putting it all back in. Might just be easier to put this up. So, don't seem to be any deformed ones. That's jumping out at me, and there's no swarf. So, a couple of scoops in, and everything's looking good. Well, all bar a little bit just in the bag there. That's the last little piece. Last lot right at the bottom of the bag. I haven't come across any swarf yet. I think I picked up two misshapen ones. Nothing drastic, but as you can see, it's clean. There's no swarf, so you know, you've got to big up EA. People spoke and they listened and they seemed to sorted. Like I said, they did say to me that you might get the odd bag that's old stock still on the shelves, but since the complaint come in, they've listened and they sorted out the problem. And with this bag I got, they certainly seem to have done that. So yeah, thumbs up PA. Thank you for listening. So there's the new media in, all floating on top. Going to put some starter gel on anyway, whether you believe in it or not. Whether it does actually do anything or not is another matter, but last time I used the K+, put a bit of filter start gel on it, and it was sank and bubbling away with the rest of it within, it was about 2.5 days. So it does definitely start to seed and mature a lot faster than the old K1, that's for sure. I've still got bits of K1 that I'd added from little 3 litre tubs in there that are still a lot whiter than the K+ I originally put in. So I'll go get the filter start gel and put that on. So there's the gel on. A couple of places it's already started to move around. So yeah, that's all in. So yeah, so that's another 25 litres added then. So, God, that sounds strong. That takes me up to just over 100, about 108, 110 litres I think I've got in there now. Mixed K1, K+. Well, it's 50 litres of K+, that's definite. And then I had the 50 litres of K1 that I normally had, and then I think I bought 2 tubs of the little 3 litre tubs, I think they are. I don't think they're 5. So yeah, plenty of media in there. Peace of mind. Since I added 2 fish, I've still got to take 1 out, but my ammonia levels, they did spike, and they're settling at sort of like 0.05 to 0. Sort of like down to about 0.49. It seems to be settling up around about that area, which isn't drastically high in no way. I mean, like I said, liquid test kits, that will still register as 0. But really, ideally, you want to be sat around about the 0.02 mark, so 0.20, or just under. But whatever you get with your sort of like your digimeters, you know, Hannah or whichever ones you use, you definitely do not want to be 0. A lot of people sort of say, well, no, that's the whole idea, is going zero, but it's not. You do not want to be zero. You want to have a trace level of ammonia in your pond water at all times, but obviously not high. Reason being is, if you've got zero in your pond, when it reaches your filters, you've got nothing for your friendly bacteria to live on. They absorb the ammonia. That's what they need to survive. That's what they're all about. God, sorry, I've got a couple of my eyes. Need to go get me out. So yeah, that's what they're all about. So sort of thing. And if there's no ammonia, there's nothing for them to feed on. So they in turn die, and then your ammonia goes through the roof, followed by your nitrates, etc. So you've always got to have a trace element, and if anybody ever says to you that they have got zero even on their digital meters, then probably not. There's probably porcupines, or it's brand new water with no fish in it. But so you do need a trace element. I can't stress that enough. You do need a trace element of ammonia, but obviously nothing high. Like I say, I think it's 0.2 parts per million is toxic to koi. So it doesn't take a lot, but like I said, so I'm sat at 0.5, then it's sort of between 0.4, 0.04 and 0.05. So, high, not high, but long term high enough to sort of like maybe upset the fish, and that might be why I've got a bit of popeye. I'm not sure. Shouldn't think it is. I've got some archiflavin to go in, so like I said, once I finish doing the water change and everything like that, I'm probably just going to, even though I think it's going in, and I'll show you in a minute, even though I think it is withdrawing, I am going to probably put the archiflavin in, just to be on the safe side. I don't think it knocks the filters back too much from what I've been reading about it. I've never used archiflavin on its own. Normally I mix with other stuff, but I'm just going to go archiflavin on its own, just to be on the safe side. Now on the ammonia front, I did get some zeolite as well. Now zeolite will rapidly take out ammonia out of the water, and once it stops working, you just take it out, put it in a bowl of salty water, and that releases all the ammonia out of the water and basically refreshes the zeolite. So if you're having ammonia problems and that lot, zeolite is quite a good answer. But you don't want to put it, although it says use it with your filters, you don't necessarily want to have it with your filter, because you want to take it away from your filters, because if you have a zeolite on your filters, they're going to take the ammonia out, and your filter media and the bacteria on your filter media ain't going to get no ammonia to sort of like live on or start building themselves up and survive. So you need to have it sort of like away from your filters, more in your pond water, or if you've got a shower, maybe in the bottom tier of a shower, which is where I'll probably put mine, because I've got pumice in there anyway. So I can just take out a bit of pumice and put the bag of zeolite in there, but that's only if I need to. I'm just going to see how this, it's going to take a while, but I'm just going to see how this extra filter media changes the reading, see if it does or if it doesn't. Like I said, I've got to wait a little bit of a while for that. In the meantime, I'll just turn the trickling up and take it from there. So yeah, I'll take you over and we'll have a look at fish, and like I said, have a close look at Obi. Not going to get him out again, but I personally think that his eyes are starting to go back in. Like I said, his scales haven't raised, so thankfully it doesn't look like it's dropsy. So whether it's just something like a bit of a head problem or something like that, I'm not sure. But like I said, I said I'm going to put the archiflavin in, but I'm still in two minds, because if I definitely think it's getting better on its own, then I'm just going to leave alone and let the pond survive. All right, we'll go look at the fish. We're getting a bit of hair out of each going. We'll get some more of the treatment in there, if I've got any left. But nobody else seems to be having a problem. Where's Obi? Obi's right down there, munching on the algae. I'm going to zoom in enough with the light. bad cameramanship. There you can go. So there is looking to be some improvement. Definitely not sticking out as far as what they were. I mean, they're still protruding. That's going to come back round. Yeah, looking a lot better. But yeah, so yeah, a bit of string algae or hair algae, whichever way you want to call it. So I've got to get some of that in. So I might just hold off with the after flabbing. I'll give it to the weekend. There's not much more improvement than what we've got at the moment. And I'll put the after flabbing in. Like I said, he seems to be feeding well. No dramas there. And nobody else seems to be suffering, which is a good thing. And the sun's shining. What more could you ask for? So, water level's down a little bit because it's just a clean filter out, but you can see the 25 litres of K1 been in 4 days. It's totally sank, bubbling away. You can just make out the lighter coloured stuff of the new stuff, but definitely sinks and mixes a lot faster than the old K1, so something to be said about all the minerals and salts that they add to it during the extrusion process. But covered this before, but like I said, so yeah, I'm definitely liking the K+. So like I said, I'm just over 100 litres in here now. It comes 50 litres standard. May go another 25 litres just yet. Give this a little bit of time to mature off a bit before I do. Whether it be this season or whether I do it next season, I'm not sure. Just see how this one matures off. But yeah, so bubbling away nicely, which is rather good. So yeah. Anyway, bit of good news on one hand. I'll spin you around. So yeah. Anyway, so as I was saying, a bit of good news on Obi, if we can find him. Try and zoom in on him. Doing his usual trick, hanging down below the surface. There he is. So don't think you're going to see until he comes round. Try and keep him in view. Lost him. Come on, Obi, where are you? Down there, look. I don't know whether you can see that very clearly, but his popeye seems to be nearly back into it. It's nearly gone and nearly back into his head where they should be. It's only a slight protrusion now. So without any intervention from me, with any antibacterial treatments and that, like, it seems to have sorted itself out. So that's the good news. But the bad news is, and as you can see here over Shiro, if I can zoom in on him, looking really pink and veiny, and also the unnamed cancer shower is the other one. In fact, the Pancho tanky as well. The Pancho shower, yeah, looking really pink and veiny as well. Hero the Shiro is always my go-to warning fish when there's something wrong. He's always the first to show up, just because of the type of fish he is. But yeah, it went red and veiny, so I thought, right, I'll check my water. So I checked all my water. That's all fine, including chlorine and stuff like that. So chlorine, ammonia, everything like that. It's all good. Yeah, my ammonia isn't where I want it to be. I want it to be around about the 0.020 mark. As I said before, you don't want it to be zero ammonia. I want it to be around about 0.2, 0.1, 0.015 to 0.20. At the moment it's 0.03, 0.035, around about that mark at the moment. But so all my water was fine, so I took Hero out and the unnamed Pancho shower, still waiting for a name. Scraped them, and I also scraped Kirsty, and yeah, got the dreaded fluke back. This time it's not gill fluke, thankfully. Commonwealth Garden skim fluke, but it's still fluke, and I do blame the snails. I really do blame the snails, because my garden is riddled with them. Somebody said to try nematodes, one of my subscribers, thank you very much for that. I didn't realise you could get nematodes for snails and slugs. I knew you could get them for the old leather jackets, you know, the crane fly, caterpillar type things, larvae for the crane fly. I knew you could get nematodes for them, for the leather jackets, but I didn't realise you could get them for slugs and snails, so I'm going to do a bit of research into that. But yeah, so Ltrs Pro, I don't think I've got enough for a dose. I'll measure out what I've got left, but I don't think it's enough for a full dose. But I've got some Fluke M, and I think I've got a full dose of that, so I'll get that out and I'll get some more ordered, because I'll probably have to double dose it. Not supposed to with just ordinary skin flukes, supposed to be one dose is enough, but everybody knows how these flukes have been this year, so I have to do that. Anyway, I've got the grandkiddies with me. Hello. Hello. Yeah. And my grandson's around here somewhere. Jake, down there. Yeah, his poorly back leg. Unfortunately, there's nothing we can do about that. His nerves are going in his back leg. Just a bit of, it's just pain relief when he gets a bit of pain. Although he still thinks he can still do what he normally does when he was sort of like about 10 years old younger. But he's not supposed to jump up onto the furniture and climb the stairs or anything like that anymore, but he always comes to bed with us normally, so that's taking a bit of getting used to for him. But no, you know, apart from that, is, you know, vet says for his age he's a perfectly healthy dog. Don't think about it, look at him now, he's a bit hacked off because the grandkiddies are here. He doesn't get the attention from me and the missus when they're here, because the grandkid is getting the attention. But yeah, no, thanks to everybody who was asking about him. Yeah, and like I said, he's yeah, like I said, he's absolutely fine. It's just an age thing where, like I said, the nerves in his back legs going, and there's no operation and nothing they can do about it. But you know, he can still go for his walks. You know, still sort of like trot around, as long as he don't go crazy. He's just got to accept he's getting old, like I am. Anyway, before I get the treatment in, water quality ain't looking brilliant at the moment, like I said, because I did put some aquaphor resolve in there, which has clouded it up a bit, because it's just starting to, although the fish are dragging on it quite happily, it's just starting to get let out a little bit too long, so it's time to put it in. So that's going to clog my filters up in the next week or so, 2 weeks probably, as all this dies off. But yeah, I'll get a treatment in and get these flukes sorted out, hopefully, again. Alright, catch you in a bit. So, just done my filter change, filter cleaned, and I boiled up the kettle a little while ago and mixed up some the Fluke M. Definitely didn't have enough for a dose on the Lennox Pro, which is a bit of a bugger. So got me K plus there. It's cooling down. Boiled the kettle up and it said to let it cool down and then pour it in and add it in over an hour. Still doesn't mix in very well. But there it is. I'm going to pour a bit in now. Pour a bit in a little bit later. And just under what I needed. But hopefully it'll do the job for now until I can get some more well, Lennox Pro I think I'll go for. I was thinking about that new Flukes Plus, but 60 quid, 60 bloody quid. Excuse me. Oh, excuse me. No, it's not Corona. Anyway, just add a little bit in at a time. So I'll add a bit more in a minute. It does say pour it in over an hour, but it's a bit bitty. I did mix it up properly. Oh no, half of it disappearing down the I might go turn the skimmer off actually for a little while. That's the Fluke Solve gone in. Or sorry, Fluke M gone in. A little bit of flashing going on, as to be expected. And now the treatment's going in, and the old flukes are starting to dig in, as they do, because they don't like it up 'em. They don't like 'em up 'em, Captain Marin. They don't like it up 'em. So yeah, as to be expected. Like I said, it weren't quite a full dose, so whether it's going to be enough to see him through until I can get some more in, I'm going to have to wait 7 days anyway, but hopefully it'll knock them back enough for now anyway, and then they calm down, not look so veiny and so red. Yeah, they start flashing till they see a bit of food. But yeah, there's a bit of flashing going on, not huge amounts. The hunt for food seems to be more important than dealing with those nasty flukes to them. So if I stand over here, they might carry on, because I'm stood over by the feeding area, you see. They think there's food coming in. So yeah, eventful week, I suppose, in some ways. But anyway, I've got to take the dog out for a walk. Past his walk time. So I'm going to knock it on the head. Just want to say huge thank you to all my subscribers. Really appreciated. Those new ones that have joined, welcome to the channel, welcome to the family. You know, hope you enjoy it. And to all my old subscribers and the ones that have been with me for a while, cheers guys, means a lot. Like I said, I am going now definitely to the All England in Kent, so I'll be up there on the Sunday, so hopefully I'll get to see you. Me and the lady wife are going along with the crew, so we'll all be up there. So hopefully I'll see you, and if you want to pop over and say hi and have a chat, you know, feel free. If you're not subscribed to the channel, just please just hit the subscribe button. Don't cost you anything. Might not mean that much to you, but it means a lot to me. And you know, come on, join the family, and if you feel like it, if you feel extra generous, hit the notification button, and every time I upload, you'll be notified. Anyway, guys, my poor old dog needs to go for a walk, so I'll cut it on here. Remember, this ain't a hobby, it's a lifestyle. See you soon. Take care. Bye.